Hello and good morning. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you can all hear me, because I misplaced the dongle for my monitoring headphones. I'm not sure where it is. So anyway, it's been a long couple of weeks. Happy Saturday, Eric. Who do we have? We've got Dave, the early riser. And I mean early because he's 3 hours earlier than I am. He's in the future. And we got Trina and Mr. Eric Rangel. All very fine people. So I drank my coffee, so I guess that means I'm ready. Who am I kidding? I'm not ready at all this morning. I have been, I didn't do any HyperCard programming, surprise, in the last week, because, hold on to your britches, Trina, I got a bunch of hardware. So, there was a gentleman about an hour and a half's drive from here who had a bunch of beige that he was getting rid of. And he wanted $250 for it or something like that. And it was, a couple of laser printers and various things. One computer system. And I thought that was a bit more than I wanted to spend for that. Yeah, I need another cup. And then he dropped it to $100, so I knew he was trying to get rid of it. So I contacted him, and 4 other people contacted him that same weekend. Well, he didn't share that with me, but I knew at $100 somebody was going to jump on it, so I tried to make arrangements for Monday to drive out there after work, and he wasn't available. But he was Tuesday. So, got there Tuesday, gave him the $100, had a nice chat with him. He works in automotive. He didn't say which one. So, either Ford or GM. And, back in the day, in the 90s, he worked with a group of people that did video editing, either presentation stuff or whatever. It was a group of contractors, and Ford or GM or whoever it was decided to end that, probably outsource the production, and that contract company had a Macintosh hardware. He bought it all, so he purchased all of their computers, printers, keyboards, you name it, and turned around and gave it away to friends, because I think he said he spent $200 or something to get all the equipment. It was during that time when everybody was just getting rid of stuff. And yeah, video editing with razor blades. So yes, this will be a hardware stream, Trina. Anyway, long story short, He resold and gave away a bunch of the stuff, but he hung on to some of it, and he used, he had a Power Macintosh G3 tower, very much like the one I have, that he used for years, and then it finally got to the point where his kids were the only ones using it, so he bought some new equipment. This guy must have thrown a tarp, or has a chamber that he has nitrogen in, over all this equipment, because it's spotless. I mean, it shows a little bit of grime from use, and it's yellowed to a certain extent, but it's the cleanest vintage stuff I've come across. So he obviously took care of it. Picked it all up, drove back, so it was a 3-hour round trip on a Tuesday evening, but it was definitely worth it. And I thought what I would do is haul some of this stuff onto the bench, and we'll see if any of it works. He did say he tried the computer before selling it to me. Oh yeah, and it came with a nice 17-inch CRT monitor too. Trina, don't get your panties in a twist. I'll get to it. Anyway, so, okay, let's start looking at the hardware. A lot of this stuff is coming to VCF Midwest with me, so, and that's really what I've been spending my time doing, retrobrighting a bunch of Macintosh SEs and things like that I'm going to bring to VCF, getting them all working with Blue Scuzzies, etc. So, let's switch cameras to the bench. And I'll move some stuff out of the way. And I'm going to pop my mic up. So, hopefully you guys can still hear me okay. So this is a personal LaserWriter. So you guys have probably seen me messing around with the 300. This is its more advanced cousin, I guess. And as you can see, it's pretty darn clean. Well, maybe you can't really see that well. Sorry about the webcam situation. Anyway. Wait. I'm going to be making a lot of old man noises today. There. Now you can see it. So, it's in pretty darn good shape. But I don't know if it works. So I plugged it in. I've got my Mac, my G3 booted up. Plugged in. Let's turn the power on, see if we get any life. Good morning, Gut Bomb. And K-Mac Vintage. Yeah, it's not really a HyperCard stream. I did a bait and switch. So it's because I haven't done any HyperCard programming. How long can I delay until Trina has an aneurysm here? So, alright, I'm going to turn it on. Okay, you hear a slight buzzing noise from the back of it. And there are no lights. So, this might be a hunk of junk. I don't know. I guess I could check fuses or something. Not going to do that. I don't want to tear into a printer today live stream. That's going to take forever. So this one is not functioning. Oh, let me shut down my computer. So I can unplug this. And we're gonna, old man noise is coming again. I'm gonna hoist this off the bench and bring the extremely heavy other laser printer. Oh. Oh my God. Ouch. Oh. Oh, I just knocked something off. Boy. Son of a... Oh. Oh, that was my phone. Okay, none the worse for wear. Damn, these things are heavy. My arms are tired. Okay, thanks for joining my live stream. I'm going to go back to bed now. You blew up a VGA monitor this week intentionally? Is there video? Can we watch? Okay. So this is the bigger and heavier printer. And put some paper in it. Now, he did tell me he hasn't used these printers in a long time. So, he knew they had toner cartridges. He had no idea how much toner's in them. So, anything is possible here. And this one's obviously more yellowed. How does this work? Oh, that's a button. Oh, I see. Okay. So, let me see if I can change the camera here a little bit. You obviously can see the yellowing here. So, this one's got a bit of a suntan. That's kind of neat. It pops out. The only laser printer I ever owned was I had an HP LaserJet 4. Eric, I have one question. Why? I just woke up, Trina. I have no answer yet. I guess I gotta... Anyway, so this, again, other than being yellowed, it's very clean. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, and this one's got network capable. And a Centronics port. For those of you who are younger, Centronics is for a parallel printer interface. So we're going to plug this in. Oh, it's also got a SCSI port on the back. And a serial port. So this thing does all the things. Okay, power. Oh, man, the bench is just a mess because of all the crap I've been working on. I also retrobrighted a whole bunch of mice. And I just lost the cord. Hang on. So, for your hardware pleasure, I could do the rest of the stream just reassembling these mice, if you guys would like to watch that. Let's see if I can remember how they go back together. So what's going on in the chat? My duodenum is in one piece, thank God. Yeah, you guys, some of you probably know my mother recently had surgery, and they had to do basically a gastric bypass because she had stomach cancer. Fortunately, they caught it early, so very good prognosis. But it's just been, you know, at 84 years old, my mother's age, not mine, just having anything done is a royal pain in the ass. And we got to see all the versions of my mother, from sick and whiny all the way through spicy. So if your mother is still around and you've got a relationship with her that's good, give them a hug. So, all right. Modern laser printers are so cheap, reliable, and light. And they're still mechanical nightmares. And still speak PostScript, so you can print to them from vintage computers. Yep. I have a book on PostScript. Looks like a fun language like Forth. Yeah. No. Yeah, it's as fun as Forth. Forgot to mention I'm testing a 6 gigabyte Maxtor IDE HDD. Why, Trina? You would like to see the mice, Trina. Okay. A few mice to dissect and see why they don't work. Yeah. So these things retrobrighted pretty nice. I was happy with that. Let's plug this in. Okay. These things do, you know, I should have seen whether I could do a self-test on the other printer, but I'm not hauling it back over here to do that now. So let's turn my computer on. Someone care to look up the self-test for a LaserWriter Pro? Tell me what it is. Waiting for the computer to boot. I think I've got the LaserWriter driver installed on this thing. Trina, you have a valid point. I'm testing these printers, guys. I got them basically cheap. And, you know, I would like to have a laser printer. One, I really hope this LaserWriter Pro works, because for Global Talk, it's kind of fun to have something like this going. And these were nice printers. They're still very usable. So, and, you know, essentially, I got it for free, I guess, or pennies on the dollar, or whatever you want to call it. And if it doesn't work, I have a place to e-waste it, so it's all good. And printers are the ultimate in hardware frustration, because they're so mechanically inclined, of course, instead of electrically inclined. And if you want to drive yourself crazy trying to fix things, try to fix a printer. An error occurred trying to start up your AppleTalk connection. Of course. This randomly does this. I'm not sure what the fix is for it. But it'll not detect the network and go right back to doing AppleTalk. I wonder if I need an AppleTalk script that'll try redoing it. I don't know. I'm kind of yelling towards the mic, so I hope you guys can hear me okay. Hey, Garth. Yeah, I've got my Global Talk machine shut off. I want to replace it with a virtual. Okay, get my Apple Talk connection running again. What model Pro is the printer? Glasses. Where did I leave my glasses? Here are my glasses. Let's see what the side says. It says LaserWriter Pro. Jeez. Tiny, tiny print. It was manufactured in February of 1993. Model M5890. M9850. No. What did I just say? I just read that wrong, didn't I? $5890. 5890. Okay. Let me turn this on. Well, it did the hardware self-test there. Go to the chooser. I'm going to assume I can use select a PostScript printer. No. Okay, it's firing up on its own here. So it must have warmed up. Nice dusty smell coming from the fan. Okay, the finder or chooser does not see a printer. Find the small number selector on the back of the printer and change it to number 4. Oh, okay. Number selector is tiny. It says 0. Okay, it's now switched to 4. Turn power back on. Sounds like an aircraft taking off. I wonder if I should hook this up over the network instead. Okay, I'm not getting anything. Yep, it did not print out when I switched that to 4. Isn't that the for the SCSI interface to indicate which SCSI port you're using? So okay, I'm going to hook this to the network. Just happen to have a network cable hanging here. Turn it back off. Okay, it's on the network. Call Apple for support. Funny. Yes, there is paper in the printer, Trina. Yeah, I just love these printers that have no LEDs, there's no buttons, there's no indication of anything whether it's working or not. Sorry, I'm trying to check Apple Talk, and I'm getting nothing. I think I need to restart. Oh, link to a manual. Thank you, Trina. So, I'm going to take a look at the manual here. Let me switch screens. And this, kids, is why printers are a pain in the ass. Look at that. Startup test page. Printer generates a startup test page 2 to 3 minutes after you switch on the printer. The printer generates a service test page when you press the service test page button. I bet you have to open the case to get to it. Okay. Um, oh, it's software. Oh, service test page button. Open the multi-purpose tray. The button is located in the upper right corner of the opening. Difficult to see against the black. Use a paper clip or similar tool. Okay, I have paper clips. Or as I like to say, test leads for a multimeter. And where did they go? There they are. And we need some light. What side did they say it was on? Right, upper right corner. So of course the side that's away from me. Right there. Well, it's feeding paper. I don't think there's much toner in this. Hang on, let me switch cameras. So I got a page with some lines on it. Try it again. I'm getting cleaner vertical lines. Oh, that is what's supposed to print. Okay. Oh, I see that now. Configuration page. This page provides the following information. Service technician. Now, oh, that's what I want is the configuration page. Configuration switch. This is what Trina was trying to tell me, right? The communication switch on the I/O board. Oh, protocol. Ah, that's what we want. So, oh, I'm sorry. Let me share my screen again. Yeah, reading the manual is for newbies. That's like testing it before you put it all back together. Okay, so configuration switch. Basics. Let's try the basics. Yes, RTFM. You're a lovely newbie. Hey, there's a troubleshooting section. Oh, you can jumper pins 9 and 7. LED should flash during setup for about 15 seconds and then fix on the diagnostic executing configuration for about 2 minutes. Yeah, we're not doing that. Defeating the top cover interlock. Oh, look, kids, here's how you discharge a capacitor. And this is where you deal with the washing machine agitator. So Trina, find me the configuration setting for using the Ethernet connector. Yes, they did. Good writers. I like the exploded view stuff. Okay. So, what is the frickin' switch setting for the Ethernet? Does anybody know? Let me see if my friend Google knows. Keyboard, LaserWriter, Pro, switch, settings, Ethernet. Ha. Yep. Have a good day, Garth. Ah, 0. You know, it was on 0. Okay. It is all good, Trina. Ah, here's that page for the switches. If it could hallucinate a printer for me, that'd be good too. Steve, you're my only hope. I'm messing with printers. Steve exits. Here's today's subject. It is a LaserWriter Pro, apparently the 630 model, and I'm trying to get it to communicate. I do get test pages. What I'd like to get is the page that tells me all the specifics about how the printer's configured. I believe it's a 630. It is M5890. It's part of a haul that I got this weekend. Yeah, I've got the service manual up, but, you know, trying to figure out how to do stuff is a little weird. I don't know if I have the right print driver installed either. Does the LaserWriter 8 driver work? Oh, it's got all the plugs. I can do Centronics, so it's got parallel, Ethernet, so it's got an AAUI. I can do serial. I can do local talk. It even has a SCSI port. I will turn the beast around so you can see the back. Well, I make throwing up noises. So there are your ports. Well, it's probably better you don't touch it. So I think I'm going to need to source a print driver. I can't seem to see the printer from my computer. Actually, it should have an IP address. I could check the router and see if it shows up. course, I can't tell if this is a printer or not. Oh, okay. So I need the Apple printer utility. I might have that. Yeah, I do not see this printer. If anybody could find a self-test page that, you know, like the HPs would print out, this is my IP address, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Apple Talk is set to Ethernet. See? Right there. And this is something I can mess around with later too, so I could do it in a Discord chat. Oh, now I see the blinky lights that are on it because it turned it around. All four lights are blinking quickly on the side of it. Blip, 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 blip. So I wonder if there's a problem. Oh, believe me, Steve will extract payment at VCF. I will be his porter, carrying his bags, getting his lunch. Oh, wait a minute, I already did that. Yeah, I've got the user manual, but let me look and see if yours is different. Oh, no, I wasn't looking at the user guide. Since I'm a user, this makes sense. Let me share my desktop. Wow, this is going to take time to load every page. Choose a safe place. Well, there's my problem. Yeah, um, it's set to 0. Now here we go, port settings. I probably need to install the LaserWriter Pro disk. Okay. So where's the test print? Or how do you do the test print? Well, troubleshooting guide. Maybe I should be starting here. Yeah, I think it must be configured not to. Is there like a master reset on it? Hang on. I might have a disc that's got the driver on it. Ooh, that's old. Well, when installing LaserWriter 8, you must select Custom Install to install it. So it probably doesn't have them on there. So we've been going on for an hour here. I hope people aren't bored. You know what I should do? I should fire up the G3 that the guy gave me. I bet you it's got everything on it. Oh, thanks. That'll save me a lot of time trying to find it, Steve. No, I got it, Steve. No, not drop stuff. Expander. Steve's LaserWriter helper. So I want to make sure I install 3 of these. It already is newer than the one you're about to install. Oh, yeah. I did custom install. I'm sorry, I forgot there's a delay. I have a newer version installed already. Or should I just go ahead and blow away what's there? Oh, you answered. Okay. Hang on a second here. Right. Oh, crap. That's what I get for being click happy. Maybe just try the utilities. The Apple printer utility, the LaserWriter utility, but not the driver. Okay. Restart. Yeah. That's why we're reliving the past. Because it's fun. We're having fun now. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck on making sure this printer works. I really want it to work. You know, it would be nice to have a laser printer that works. We tried firing up the personal um, LaserWriter and got nothing. You could hear a buzz in the back of it when he powered it on, but no lights. So now, granted, this guy had all this stuff apparently under a tarp because there was no dirt on it. It was completely clean. It's sun faded, you know. I mean, it's yellowed, but these things, everything was like in beautiful condition. So, you know, Power Mac G3 that's got the audio and video card in it. I haven't even looked at that yet. Okay. Oh, how do I get to those applications? Where did it put them? Because that's the old one that I had already installed. Is it under control panels? Do a search for utility, but they might be in the chooser instead. Okay. Yeah, it's not seeing the printer. Oh, do I have it on? Yeah, it's running. Okay, it's running. It was there before you sorted by date. Oh. So this one? Yeah, you can give me a call, Steve. Still got my number? Hi, Steve. Let me put you on speaker.
LaserWriter tech support.
Hi. Had this been an actual emergency, you'd be screwed.
Yeah, I mean, I would just open that utility, the first one you have open. There might be a different version. It might be the same crap.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't try anything, try that LaserWriter utility that's second to bottom on the results there, because the manual's sort of unclear about which one to use.
Oh, come on.
Did it freeze up on you?
Yeah, apparently.
Well, that's a good sign.
Oh, there it goes. I just had to move the window. Checking characteristics of PDF. I think that's a manual.
Oh, well, whatever I'm seeing is super delayed. So.
Oh, yeah.
What you're doing.
The AppleTalk LaserWriter PDF could not be found on the network.
Oh, interesting. Checking characteristics of. Okay, so that might be for an older model, huh? And so, do you know what model exactly it is, or you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I read it off. Hang on. Now it's probably on the other side of the printer. Yes, of course it is. Grunt, grunt. Old man noises. Okay. It is a M5890.
Okay. Let's see. So that looks like it's the LaserWriter Pro 630.
Yeah, that's what Trina said.
Okay. And according to this, it's from 1994.
Yeah, there is a manufacturing date on this. Of course, I got to turn it again. Yeah, February of '93.
Okay. Yeah. So, what brief information I'm reading?
Yeah.
There's a few factors here. There's that diff switch on the back that tells it what setting to go into.
Yep.
And from what I understand, that's almost like profiles. So I think it would be configured with some profiles, and then you switch them, and it would tell it what connection protocol to use. So you have it plugged into Ethernet, and then where's that Ethernet cable going?
To a switch.
Okay, and is it a gigabit switch or?
No, it's the same one I use for all the vintage stuff. So it's a 10/100.
Oh, great. Okay, and your Mac is plugged into that same switch, I assume.
Yes.
And is that? I know you were looking in your router to see if you saw any attached devices that matched that MAC address or name or whatever. I guess you didn't see anything?
Well, that's the problem. I wasn't even sure what I was looking at. So,
yeah. Is there like a network light on that adapter for the printer at all? Like that little transceiver?
Yep, hang on. I'm pretty sure it was. I checked it once.
Yeah.
Green and amber.
Okay. So, I mean, there's some activity there. I think what might be the issue is, according to that manual, it looks like the utility configures the IP address.
Yeah.
And it might be that the IP address is incompatible with your subnet, or it's on a, it's a static IP or something like that. So what I would do is, if you don't have local talk cables, because that's pretty much zero configuration, no IP
I do.
addresses or anything.
I could set it up on local talk.
Yeah, so what I would do is suggest, because you have the LaserWriter 8 drivers installed, which is good. And anything that you have on that version of Mac OS 8 supersedes any version that came with that printer, because that's from 93, and I think that version of Mac OS 8 is 99 or so.
Yeah.
You should, or 98 or so. So you should, have all the basics you need there. So what I would do is plug in those local talk cables, make sure it's configured according to that manual with the little dip switch on the back.
Okay.
Make sure you switch Apple Talk to those wherever you're plugging in that cable, and then go to the chooser, select LaserWriter 8,
and then see
if the printer is listed there.
Okay.
It might take you 7 hours, but I'll
if it didn't take... Hey, it's all engagement, right?
I hope I'm giving you all the engagement you desire.
Well, it's my fault for pulling the printer out first instead of the other equipment.
If you're lucky, my neck is aching here. I go to the garage and pull out mine and troubleshoot.
Oh, jeez.
For 17 hours.
I tried the personal one first, and I'm like, oh, this is heavy, and then I moved this one.
Yeah, so I got one of those, the Pros. I think it's a similar one to yours. It looks similar.
Yeah.
And then there's, I think, a colored one and some other printer. And the whole reason I got those is I wanted the scanner. The person's like, well, you got to take all of it.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, actually, considering, he had it listed for the equipment for $250, and he wasn't getting a bite. And he was just trying to get rid of his old beige, Yeah. And so he dropped it to $100, and I'm like, And it was a 3-hour round trip, but it was worth it because I got another G3 that is really clean. Everything is so clean. I got those really big table size keyboards. I forget which ones. Yeah, there's 3 of those, plus a bunch of network connectors, and a 17-inch Trinitron CRT, and...
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so it was like 4 other people contacting him, but I was the first one that said I'd come out and get it right after work, so...
Well, it's like Christmas then.
Yeah, so it was a really good find. But
Christmas in August.
Yep. And I'm frustrating myself with printers this morning. So
that's okay. We're all here for you, rooting you on. And even if Trina falls asleep, it's a successful stream.
Oh, she left. She's like, Steve's here. I'm out of here.
Well, let's try the local talk route, because then we could eliminate any IP address tomfoolery. Because although your printer's connected to the network, it doesn't seem like you can configure it via any utility at this point. I'll keep digging to see if I could find another utility, but...
let's simplify it with Apple Talk.
Yeah, it's not really clear what version goes with what. So we'll figure it out.
All right. I will do that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, take care. Good
Thanks.
luck.
Bye.
Subscribe to Eric.
Yes. All right. So back to where we started, where I was trying to do Apple Talk the first time. But with switch settings, so that's important. So, let's see what I got to do here. You don't need to check the characteristics of the PDF. You need to close. While we wait for that, there we go. we're just going to go ahead quit out of everything here. We're going to shut down. I'll turn off the printer. Disconnect the network cable. Figure out where I left the other cable laying. Okay, that's plugged in, and we got to figure out what dip switch to set, or this dip switch. It's not a dip switch. I feel like a dip switch. So if we go to the user manual again, and nobody can see what I'm doing. And we're going to search for Apple Talk. Okay, that's the Ethernet thingy. Okay, we're connected. Okay, it doesn't say anything about the switch settings here. Where was that? The push button switch. Okay, the push button switch on the back panel of the printer has a numeric display with which you can select commonly used port settings or define port settings of your own. The switch can be set from 0 to 9. Each switch setting specifies a set of communication parameters for all ports. The switch settings from 0 to 5 are fixed sets of port settings. You can change the communication settings defined in, okay, so switch is set to 0 at the factory. Standard local talk, verify that the switch is set to 0 and connect the printer as described in this chapter. Okay, so it's set to 0. In theory, that should work. If the switch is not set to 0, if you plan to use a serial connection or to modify the standard settings, refer to port settings later in this chapter. So let's go look at the port settings just to make sure. Okay, here we go. No, that's not it. That's communications for serial. Okay, here's the thing with the port settings. Not a SCSI switch. Okay, so it's supposed to be setting 0. It's on 0. Let's turn the printer back on. And we'll turn the computer back on. Just occurred to me I could have figured out if this was showing up on the network by turning it off and then turning it on and checking to see if the IP address showed up. But yeah, gonna try the 0. Steve is welcome to visit my house anytime he pleases to, but it is a bit of a drive. Wow, you're cheap if cookies are all you need. I can also be bribed by cookies. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry. Me forget. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be showing up. Um, I don't think I've got it running. Yeah, there's nothing there. Well, this might be something that I have to struggle with for 7 hours, like Steve said. So, I think I'm going to set this aside for now and get some breakfast because I haven't had anything to eat yet. And then I'm going to assemble mice. So, I'm going to end the live stream here. I know it wasn't very satisfying to see things work. Yeah, this is a cable that I know works because I use it with my LaserWriter. Yeah, that'd be fun to do a collaboration stream on it. But I'm going to focus on getting my... thank you, Steve. And thank you again for calling and helping me sort that out. So it's always quicker when we can do it that way instead of with a delay. Yes, Trina, I'm glad you saw hardware. So I've got a whole bunch of crap I need to do, and VCF Midwest is just a few days away. So let me switch back. Yeah, I was really happy with this haul. Right now I'm retrobrighting my last SE case. So yeah, maybe on Sunday, Dave. So there, let's see. I think Big Bad Biologist is going to be streaming at noon, and then I'm not sure if Amber is streaming later. And then, of course, we got Dave's Vintage Apple Tech streaming Sunday. So that might be a good day for me to futz around with this stuff. But yeah, VCF Midwest is fast approaching. And if you aren't going to be there, I'm sorry, because it's a lot of fun. And I'm really looking forward to it, as I do every year. Oh, Amber's not streaming. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to have a table at VCF Midwest. I'm going to be demoing a demo version of the Adventure ! Game. I'm going to show off something. So I even paid for some art. Well, I didn't pay for the art. I paid to have it printed. I did the evil AI art. So, because I'm a cheap bastard, and that's how I roll. But I like how this turned out. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Munchkin, but this line, "You should know better than to pick up a duck in a dungeon," comes right out of Munchkin. And you see there's a duck because it features prominently in the game. But this will be hanging up at VCF Midwest. And I will have multiple machines on the table ready for people to play the game and try it out. Bugs and all. Sorry. My hands are killing me right now. Arthritis. So, I also have I'm not going to have box sets or anything like that ready like I intended to, but I am working on the art for the box. You know, if I have a few minutes here, I may make a prototype box and have it set up. Yeah, it's going to be nice having a table. I mean, Steve and Ron have graciously allowed me to occupy a few feet of their tables each year, but it was time for me to get my own table. And yes, anybody can leave stickers on my table. I'm going to have a bunch of random stickers that are available. Yeah, I am really looking forward to this year. New venue, a lot more space. I'm going to be getting there Thursday, which is nice. I've always had to do it Friday, and I want to get there Thursday, so I know a lot of people show up early. They're not going to allow us to set up early or anything like that, and I totally get that, but I also volunteered to help Friday morning when they're doing setup. I can't lift a lot, but I can hold a door open or grab one end of a table, things like that. So I offered to help out. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So Adventure will be there. I'm going to have multiple SEs available for sale. I'll probably give one away like I did last year. I'll have somebody please take the Intel Xserve that doesn't have drives, and I have no idea if it works, off my hands. That'll probably go on the free pile. What else? And some various mice and things like that I've cleaned up. I'm a little short on keyboards. I did pick up some nice, really huge, I forget which model they are, keyboards with that guy's haul. But I got to clean them up, and I might actually become a large keyboard fan. We'll see. It'll take up my entire keyboard tray. Maybe. I give away the SE to last year it was to people that attended the presentation I gave. Don't have a presentation this year. I'll think about it. If I'm gonna do a drawing that includes people not there, I might do that. Or maybe, depending on what I sell, if I don't sell them, I might give away a second one. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Don't want to commit to something I can't do yet. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like and subscribe. I'm on Patreon. I'm also on Ko-fi. I'm gonna start using coffee. I'm gonna start using Ko-fi primarily, so you should see posts there. And I'll try. I'm not gonna I probably won't be able to live stream from VCF, but I'll at least do some a better video than I did last year. It was kind of a very short. do a drawing and give away a poster of an SE. You know, if all things work out, I'll probably do a drawing for a free box set of the game when I get there. But the rate I'm going now, it'll probably be the next VCF in 2025 before I've got them ready. But we'll see. Anyway, thanks to everybody that came out today. I know it was rather boring looking at me push buttons on a printer, but you know, you can blame Trina since she wanted hardware. So it's all yours, Trina. All right. See you guys later. Outro coming.